right, ladies, let's get started. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Today is a full moon, so happy full moon. It's also a flower moon, so that means it's kind of coming into spring. Everything's kind of growing and bursting into life. And then the full moon is in the sign of Scorpio right now. So Scorpio is kind of known for its transformative powers and ability to like change and grow. So this is a great time to set intention if you're kind of working on any kind of big changes in your life, any kind of goals that you're reaching towards. So we'll kind of channel the energy of the moon and invite it into our practice today. So we'll start lying on our backs. So go ahead and find yourself with your spine just nice and lengthened on the ground. And then go ahead and find a comfortable position for your arms. So you can either allow your arms to rest beside you, palms facing up, or you could have your palms facing down. Your knees can point up towards the ceiling, or you could stretch them out long. And we'll just lay here for a couple of moments just to transition from your day to your yoga practice. And I'm just going to double check and make sure that everybody is here. Wonderful. So as you invite yourself into your practice, start to bring breath into your body. So inhale through your nose, allow your rib cage to expand. You feel your belly lift, your backside body press down into the floor. When you feel like you're full of air, hold your breath, and then open your mouth and exhale. Let's take another round of breath. Inhale through your nose, pull the breath in. See if you can lengthen the breath. Make it a little slower, a little longer. Feel the fullness in your lungs. Hold it. And then open your mouth and exhale, release. One final breath. Fullest breath you've taken so far. Feel everything stretch to maximum capacity. So you're expanding into your whole entire space. Hold it. Take another sip. And then open your mouth and exhale. And now just allow your body to rest here in this shape. Starting to bring your awareness into sensation. So most of our day is spent up in the mind. We're kind of planning what's next. We're thinking, we're striving, we're trying to achieve. So for this next hour that we have together, trying to kind of bring the focus somewhere else. So rather than the chatter that's happening in the mind, whatever story is going on, try to focus more on what you're feeling. So it might just be very subtle sensations. You might just notice what it feels like to breathe. You might notice the sensation of your heartbeat in your chest. Just kind of layer by layer, finding more and more subtle layers. So tuning into any tingle, any place that you feel kind of tightness or openness. So all of that is here. And all of that will change. So the idea is just to observe. And we use the practice of yoga to do this. So the idea is we put our body into shapes and then explore and study the effects. So practice helps to really bring you into the present moment. It's allowing yourself to really embody what's going on here. Let's take another full round of breath. As you inhale, pull the breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale. Now slowly bring your knees into your chest. You can take a couple gentle rocks side to side, massaging your low back. And then pull your knees towards your shoulders. So grab your right hand with your right knee, your left hand with your left knee. And then pulling your knees out towards your shoulders, see if you can lengthen your spine. So tucking your chin slightly to get the back of your neck a little longer. Then roll your tailbone down. So you want to feel that long spine from the top of your head all the way down. Notice the long spine as you're creating compression on the front side of your body. So when you create an action on one side, the opposite happens on the other. So compression through the thighs, the lower abdominals, the knees. You might want to circle out your ankles and wiggle your toes. So just inviting some space into the lower part of the leg. And then find stillness. Bring your left hand to your right knee, interlace your grip, and send your left leg long. So pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. You could press your keep your foot on the mat if that feels unstable for you to bring your left leg down. If this feels all right, then just finding a nice soft leg. So you're not using any muscle contraction there. Tuck your chin slightly, stretch the top of your head. Pull your knee towards your shoulder. So this is great for digestion. Compression through the knuckles is helpful for preventing arthritis, tendinitis, carpal tunnel. Give it another squeeze. And then extend your right leg long. Just lay here in Shavasana for a moment. Once again, noticing the effects of your posture. So bring your attention to your right leg, your lower abdominals there. See if you feel any tingling. The returning of circulation and blood flow. And then let's take the other side. So first start by bringing both of your knees into your chest. So neutralizing the spine. If you want to roll your ankles around a little more, take any movement here. Maybe rolling side to side might feel good. And then find stillness. Take your right hand to your left knee, either right foot to the ground or extend your right leg long. And then pull your knee towards your shoulder. So you're not just like holding your leg passively, you're creating a pulling sensation here. Notice the length in your spine. So top of your head stretching up. Tuck your chin slightly. Shoulders broaden. So notice if you're pitching to one side. Even it out. Bend your left leg long. Allow your palms to face up, your shoulders to relax back. Notice your face, relax your eyes, your jaw, your brow. And then gather your knees into your chest once again. Option is up to you. You can either roll from side to side, rock and roll up your spine, or come up to a comfortable seat. Just roll over to your side and press yourself up. And then taking your time here. So you want to press your sit bones into the ground. Looks like I'm missing somebody. Sorry about that, you guys. So pressing your sit bones into the ground. See if you can even out your seat. Noticing as you ground down through your tailbone, you're lengthening through your spine and top of your head is stretching up towards the ceiling. You can bring your hands together at your heart center for Anjali Mudra, the mudra of balance. And then bringing the Ujjayi breath in here. Find a constriction of the back of your throat as you inhale. Feel that gentle constriction, that vibration. And then as you exhale through your nose, same thing. You want to feel a little bit of a rumble here. Inhaling Ujjayi, smooth, steady inhale. And exhaling Ujjayi, send the breath out nice and slow. So the Ujjayi breath is helpful for connecting the postures as we move through the flow part of our practice. And it's also a beautiful tool to help check in with yourself. So if at any point in practice you notice that you're holding your breath, if you notice that you're breathing really quickly or your breath feels erratic, those are really good signs to rest or maybe back out a little bit. So especially when you're at home practicing by yourself, it is really important that you're listening to yourself. So just invite yourself to kind of lean into that. And coming back to intention, if you're setting one, kind of bringing that creative transformation into your practice, into your day. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Now slowly flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Touch all 10 fingertips together, Hakini Mudra. So she's the goddess of creativity and intuition. As you reach your fingertips up, shrug your shoulders down at the same time. Yeah, good. Nice, Meena. Beautiful. And then you want to allow your spine to be nice and long here. So take a peek down at your ribs. If your ribs are sticking out, knit in your ribs so you can keep your spine nice and stacked. Good. Perfect. Take a nice big breath in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Tense your right fingertips behind you. Look up over your shoulder. So chin is parallel to the ground. Try to keep the lift in your chest and the length in your spine as you twist. Waking up your whole digestive tract, kind of giving a squeeze to your internal organs. Rotate back to center. Each inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Find your mudra or touch your palms. Reach up through your fingertips and shrug your shoulders down. So arms are nice and long. Full breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. So right hand to your left knee. Tense your fingertips behind you. Lift your chest and then look over your left shoulder. Continue to pull your belly button towards your spine. You want to compress through the abdominal wall. And continue to lift so that you're creating space between the vertebrae. Nice, long, steady breaths. Notice the inhale. See if you can lengthen. Exhale. See if you can twist just a little deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Reach your arms up over your head. Lengthen. Nice, Jen. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open up your arms. Peel your chest open. So just kind of inviting some space across the chest. Sometimes I hold my breath here. So if you notice that for you, just come out a little bit. Go to a place where you can continue the breath in and out of your nose. Inhale to reach your arms back up over your head. Lengthen. Exhale, round your spine. Grab your knees, tuck your chin, and round. Good. Bring your chin towards your chest, feeling the space along the whole backside of your body. Then inhale, pull your chest forward. Lift your gaze. Coming back to a neutral spine, you can close your eyes for a moment. Just feel the effects of all of that movement. And then coming onto your hands and your knees for tabletop position. So just a quick moment in tabletop. We're going to come back to sitting on the heels and practice a floor salutation. So starting with hero's pose. If this is too much for you, just stay up on your shins. Your knees can be pretty tight, so don't put a lot of compression down. We're not going to stay in this posture too long. So for floor salutation, our first posture is kneeling mountain. So coming up to your shins and reach your arms up over your head. So your knees should be right underneath your hips. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips slightly forward. And then same thing with the ribs. Take a peek down. If you notice your ribs poking out, knit those babies back in. Then your abdominals are engaged here, nice and strong. Lift through your fingertips. Roll your pinky fingers in to slide your shoulders down your spine. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, interlace your hands and just grab for the back of your head. Find a nice open back bend. So a little different than the one we took seated. See if you can bring your elbows out a little more to stretch through your armpits. Nice. Take an inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, melting heart. Bring your forehead to the ground. Hands come out to the top of your mat. So kind of like child's pose, but for this posture, your hips will be lifted. You want your hips about right over your knees. Then you'll feel a nice long stretch to the side waist. Sink your hips back towards your heels and reach your fingertips forward. So your arms should be floating off the ground. This is a little more active than child's pose. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, slide forward onto your belly. So we're coming into cobra pose. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. So option 2, zip up your legs like a cobra tail. Or you could keep your feet hip width distance. Try to press your feet down into the ground. Exhale your breath and inhale to lift. So using your back strength here, not your arm strength. You might even be able to float your fingers off the ground. Keep squeezing your elbows towards your waist and then slide your elbows down towards your hips. top of your trapezius is nice and visible here. So shining your breastbone forward, take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your forehead to the ground. Press yourself back to child's pose, hips to heels, knees out wide. And remember, you can keep your hips upright if this is too much on your knees. So we're going to move through that nice and easy with the breath. Inhale, come up for kneeling mountain. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, interlace your hands. Head, find a back. Take a breath here. Inhale. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, melting heart. Bow down, bring your forehead to the ground. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, slide forward onto your belly. Press your feet down into the ground, hands under your shoulders. Exhale your breath. Inhale, lift. Peel your chest up off the ground. Stay here for one more inhale. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Press yourself back to child's pose, hips to heels, hands forward. One more round. Inhale, reach up, come up onto your shins, arms over your head. So we're warming up the spine here. Exhale for your back bend. Interlace your hands, grab the back of your head. Inhale, kneeling mountain, reach it up. Exhale, melting heart, hands forward, head to the ground. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, slither forward onto your belly. Forehead to the ground, hands under your shoulders. Exhale your breath. Inhale, cobra, lift your chest. Stay for the inhale, full breath in. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Press yourself back, child's pose. Pause here, take a full round of breath. Inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Come forward into your tabletop position, shoulders over wrists. Stretch your right leg back, flex your right foot towards the ground. So imagine that the top of your head and your heel could draw a straight line between those 2 points. So you're trying to get your right thigh parallel to the ground. You're going to need to engage your right leg a lot. So kick through your heel to take the bend out of your knee. Yes, mom, that looks really good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, round, bring your knee to your nose, chin to your chest. So we're warming up the core, the hips, the shoulders, the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Flex your foot as you kick back. Exhale, point your toes and round. Bring your chin to your chest, round your spine. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, stretch it back, flex your foot. Exhale, round, point your toes, knee to nose. Last one, inhale to extend, flex. Exhale, round, bring your knee to your nose. See if you can hike your shin up a little more, hold on to it, and then step your right foot between your hands. Yeah, nice, good. Take a moment to make sure that you can get your right knee right over your ankle. So if you need to walk your foot up, forward, or back, you want to get those joints stacked. And then reach your arms up over your head, crescent moon. So inviting a nice little moon posture into our practice right away. Crescent moon, you might even allow a little back bend. See if you can find your hips. Squeeze your right hip a little in so that you can keep your hips even to each other. One more full breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Let's take a twist to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press your palms together and look up over your shoulder. Check in with your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're lengthening the spine so you're still keeping the lift in the chest. And if you'd like to, you can open up the arms. Get a little more space across the chest. You can stay here. See if you can find your left hip. And that action just allows you to roll the right shoulder back a little more. Take another full breath in. As you exhale slowly with control, frame your foot with your hands and bring your right knee back to meet your left. Tabletop position. Good, nice. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you, just neutralizing your spine here. One more round. Inhale for cow pose. And exhale for cat. Round your spine. Setting it up on the other side. First, tabletop, so top of your head stretching forward, tailbone reaching back. kick your left heel back, flex your toes towards the ground, and see if you can imagine that your left leg is parallel to the ground. You want to really kick through your heel, engage every single little muscle fiber there. And just notice the stronger you make your leg, the easier it is to hold up. It's when the muscles are floppy that things feel heavier. Hold on to it, big breath. And then exhale, round. Bring your knee to your nose, chin to your chest. Point your toes. Inhale to extend, flex your foot. Exhale, round. Point your toes, chin to chest, curl it in. 2 more. Inhale to extend, flex. Exhale, round. Squeeze it in, compress. 1 more time, lengthening, flex your foot. Exhale, round, point your toes, squeeze. Hike up your shin a little bit more, hold it. Look forward, step forward. Take as much time as you need to get your foot in the right place. You want your left knee over your left ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. And if it feels okay for you, working into the back bend. So you're creating the shape of a crescent moon in your body. So just inviting that lunar energy, that receptive kind of flow. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to chest. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Press your palms together and look up over your shoulder. So you can stay right here. You're getting all of the benefits of the twist. If you want to add on, you can open your arms. Feeling a little more opening across the inner left arm. And you can stay there, or final expression. See if you can find your right hip with your left hand. Yeah, and you're just kind of rinsing it out here. Take another breath. Nice, Layla. Exhale, plant your hands, frame your left foot. Bring your right knee back to meet your left. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we're getting ourselves up to standing. So it might take a little time here for you to work into this down dog. It's the first one of today. So go ahead and give your legs a walk. You can bend your knees right and left. Shake your head, yes and no. And then set up your hands. So you want your palms about shoulder width distance apart. Make sure your hands are spread, fingers spread nice and wide. And then find your feet. So look back at your toes. You want to make sure that your toes are hip width distance apart. So your hands and your feet are on 2 separate tracks. Now bend your knees a lot and send your tailbone up to the sky. Notice how that lengthens the spine. So you can bring your heels towards the ground if you like, but make sure you're continuing to keep that nice long spine. Wrap your shoulders in and press your chest back towards your thighs. Nice big stretch for the hamstrings. Take a big breath here and a full breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. So you can take little steps. Bring your feet to hip width distance. Grab for opposite elbows. Just allow your body to dangle here. You can let your head be heavy. You can shake it out a little bit. Maybe shifting a little bit of the weight from right foot to left foot. I like to bend my knees quite a bit here, even like resting your belly on your thighs. But if you want to straighten your legs more, that's fine too. Just make sure you're not only feeling it in the legs. So if you're only feeling it in the hamstrings, bend your knees so you can feel it in your spine as well. And you can stay here, or perhaps you want to bring your arms behind your knees and see if you can grab your elbows. Release whatever you've got in the forward fold. Toe heel your feet to touch. Tuck your chin to your chest and inhale slowly, round up to standing. Easy does it. Take your time. Once you reach the top, shrug your shoulders up and back. Bring your hands together at your chest. So choice is yours. You can press your palms for Anjali Mudra, reminding us of balance in our practice. Or you can find Hakini Mudra, the goddess of creativity and intuition. This is all 10 fingertips touch. So either way, your choice, just kind of channeling your intention. And then find the base of your posture. Push your heels into the ground. Engage your thighs. Engage your glutes. Lift your chest towards your thumbs and allow your shoulders to relax down. Top of your head is stretching up, nice and long in the neck. Your chin is parallel to the ground. Take a full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. So releasing any heat, inhale through your nose. Fill up with your intention. Exhale through your nose. Seal it in. We'll practice a sun salutation. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. You can press your palms or keep your arms shoulder width. You can look up or you can gaze forward. It just depends on what feels right in your body today. Still early, we're still warming up, so you don't have to take it to the full on, the 100%. Stretch your fingers up, shrug your shoulders down. Pinky fingers slide in towards each other. So you want to feel really strong through the arms. Try to take the bend out of your elbows. Full breath in. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open up your arms, peel your chest open. So you can keep your arms open like a cactus. If it feels better for you, bring your hands to your low back and give yourself just a little extra support. Exhale all the way. Inhale, reach back up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. You can bend your knees, hands come down to the ground. Ride your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your shins. Extend the top of your head forward. So same thing like tabletop. Imagine your crown of your head and the tip of your tailbone are reaching away. So you're like tractioning your spine. Full breath in. Exhale, crouch and curl. Tense your fingertips, round your spine, forehead to your knees. See if you can get a little compression in the throat. So great for massaging the thyroid, parathyroid gland, stimulating your metabolism. You're also getting some healthy compression all through the whole front side body. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your shins. Extend your spine. Top of your head lengthens forward. Exhale, high plank pose. So hands come to the ground. Step your legs back one by one. Squeeze everything in nice and tight. You want it skin to muscle, muscle to bone. You want to feel that sensation of really strong here. Kick back through your heels to engage your thighs. Lift your hips and poof up that little space between your shoulders. Now bend your knees. Bring your knees down to the ground one by one, tabletop. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze. And exhale for press the mat away from you. Round your spine. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. So we're just going to go through that with the breath. Moving meditation. Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl, round your spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold it. Lower your to the ground, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's keep it going. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high plank. Hold on to it. Bring your knee down. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cat. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. One more time. Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So you're building heat. Inhale, mountain. That heat is just burning up your intention. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Top of a push-up. Hold it. Bring your knees to the ground. Tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale for cat. Tuck your toes, send your hips up back, downward facing dog. Full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Take a quick little break. Come on down to child's pose if you like, or have a sip of water. So you know that little variation where we did cat-cow, that is a great modification if you are choosing not to do chaturanga in your vinyasa practice. It's kind of, you're still getting the upward and you're still getting the back bend and the forward fold, but it's just a little bit different. So just know that you can always use that in practice anytime you like. Hands forward, hips back. And just side waist to stretch. Come back to its natural cadence. Heartbeat to normalize. And then finding your way easy. So bringing your hips high to the sky. Press your hips up and back. Bend your knees right and left. Shake your head, yes and no. So before we build our main sequence, we're just going to warm up into the hips a little bit. Bring your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip for scorpion dog. So just allow your foot to kind of be heavy. You're using gravity and the weight of your leg to do the work. If you point your right knee up towards the sky and then roll your right shoulder down towards the ground. So you want your shoulders still even. See if you can bring your heel down, even if it's just slightly. So you can stay here. If you want to take some circles with the knee or rolling out your ankle or your toes, you can do that. One more full breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot between your hands. Take a couple moments to get it up there. So you want to get your right heel over your right knee over your right ankle. Keep your right foot firmly on the ground. It's parallel to your mat. Left hand down on the ground. Inhale your right. So big. Not a lot of weight in your bottom hand. One more full breath in. Exhale, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, coming around to a wide-legged forward fold. So walk your hands over to the left side of your mat and allow your torso to drape down. You can grab for opposite elbows if you like. You could interlace your hands behind your back and take a shoulder opener. You can make this a little more active by grabbing the outside of your feet, trying to pull your torso through your thighs. So choice is yours. There's lots of benefit here. Just as long as your head is below your heart, you're doing the work. Make sure your face is soft and your jaw is relaxed. Keep bringing the weight forward into your toes. Engage your thighs, so your quadricep muscles, the front of your legs, so that you can lengthen the backside, your hamstrings. Release whatever you've got. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, lift your chest. Walk your hands to frame your right foot back to the top of your mat. Low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Working into the other side now. Inhale your left leg high. Stretch it up and back. Now from here, bend your knee and open up your hips. Scorpion dog. So full moon in Scorpio, we got to get a little scorpion action in here. So if you want to, you can roll your knee, roll out your ankle. Make sure that your left shoulder is pressing down, and you might bring your right heel closer to the ground. You're just opening up through the hip joint and using gravity to do the work. Come back to three-legged dog, big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your left foot between your hands. Nice big step. Make sure your left foot is parallel to the mat. Right hand stays on the ground. Inhale your left arm up, twisting open to the side. Yeah, nice. Beautiful, Mina. Good. Jen, you want to squeeze your inner thighs. Use your core muscles here, using your strength. Not a lot of weight in the bottom arm. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, left to the inside of your left foot. Walk your hands over to the right, coming into your wide-legged forward fold. Yeah. And you can do the same thing if you like. So maybe grabbing for your elbows or your feet. If you want to do a little bit of lunging side to side, you could do that. You're just allowing your head to be below your heart, reversing your circulation and your blood flow. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge. Walk your hands to frame your left foot, top of the mat. Inhale for three-legged dog, kick your left leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your nice down dog, and we are ready to build our main sequence here. So we're going to go nice and slow the first round, and then we're going to work on moving with the breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, chair pose, sit low. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your thighs. You want to sink your hips back and reach your arms forward. So you're just balancing out the weight of your body. Weight is in your heels and your seat is back, so you have to reach your chest and your arms forward so you don't fall down. Chin parallel to the ground. Check out the muscles in your face. Make sure your face is soft, your jaw is relaxed. Take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Send your arms back, palms facing down. So notice the top of your shoulders feeling nice and long through those muscles there. Reaching your shoulders away from your ears, palms reaching back away from you. Sink down 1 inch deeper. Sit low. Hold on to it. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach all the way up. Lengthen. Release the legs. Take a full breath in. Exhale, fold. Hands come down to the ground. Easy does it. Take your time. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, high plank pose. Step to the top of a push-up. Shoulders over. So same thing, if you do have chaturanga in your practice and you want to do that, help yourself. I'm going to the tabletop position, so lowering your knees to the ground. Inhale for cow pose. And exhale for cat. So you can always level up if you want to. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. And you can always modify. So you're just listening to yourself. Thing. Inhale, reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot between your hands. Nice big step, no problem if you need a couple steps to get there. Your right foot parallel to your mat. Your right knee stacked over your right ankle. So big balance posture right away. Inhale for high crescent lunge. So lifting your chest, reach your arms up. Check out your hips. A lot of times the right hip wants to come forward. You got to pull it back so that your hips are in one line. Hips are even to each other. Sink into your front lunge. Kick back with your left heel. Pinky fingers spin in towards each other. Shoulder blades relax down. Nice. Hold on to this. Big breath in. Keep the legs just like they are. Exhale, airplane arms. So sweep your arms back. Torso down. Imagine your heel and the top of your head. You're stretching those 2 points apart. Arms are really engaged. Stretching your fingertips away. You'll feel the nice length through your side neck. Exhale all the way. Inhale, warrior two. Open up to the side. Good. Yeah, way to hold on to it. You got to get low into your lunge. Maybe bend in and out of your front knee a couple times. Give some relief to the thigh. And then right foot should still be parallel to your mat. Back foot is about 45 degrees. Yeah, nice. Looking good, Mina. Reach your arms away from each other. Sink low in your lunge. You want to feel expansive across the chest. So even though the energy is kind of moving down through the base of your posture, feel the lift through the top. Nice big inhale breath. Exhale, sit 1 inch deeper. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg and reach your right arm up and back. So big stretch from the tip of your toe all the way up to your right fingers. Notice your rib cage. You're kind of stretching the tissues, mobilizing those. Make sure that you're breathing here. One more inhale. Keep the legs just like this. Bring the arms to parallel, so your arms out like a T. And now reach towards the front of your mat. Reach, 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 reach. Keep the length in your torso and just move your arms. So right arm down, left arm up. Yes, nice, Jen. Good. So you want to keep the length in your torso. If you notice you're dumping or rounding, stay a little more lifted. You want to reach your arms away from each other. Yeah, ladies, looking really good. Looks great. Breathe here. Keep your abdominals engaged. Inhale, reverse warrior. So bend your front knee and reach your right arm up and back. Just kind of moving the torso and the legs, but the feet are staying the same. You want to sink into your front lunge and reach a lot of space from the tip of your toe or tip of your fingers all the way to your hip. One more big breath here. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands. Frame your right foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right leg up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's work into the left leg. Inhale your left leg high, stretch it up and back. Exhale, low lunge, bring your foot between your hands. Take your time to get there. Make sure you got your foot in the right spot. Left knee over your ankle, foot parallel. You're kicking back with your right heel. So your legs are strong right away. You got to use them. We're coming up into high crescent lunge. So push through the feet, lift your chest, arms come up. And just go slow, especially when we move into these big postures. The slower you go, you're able to stay a little more stable. Keep your focus, your concentration on one unmoving point. And then check out your hips. Maybe your left hip is forward slightly. Pull it back so that your hips are even. Kick back with your right heel. Take the bend out of your knee and get low into your lunge. Nice big breath. Feel length through your sides. Exhale, airplane arms. So sweep your arms back, torso forward, fingers reaching far back behind you. You want to squeeze your shoulders together like you could crack a nut. Top of your head and your heel reaching away from each other. Exhale all the way. Inhale, warrior two. Open up to the side. Nice big open sensation across the chest. Once again, give your leg a little relief. Bend in and out of your knee a couple times. Make sure your feet are set up. So remember, your feet are going to stay carved in stone. Just the legs and the body are going to move. So left knee over your left ankle. Outside edge of your right foot pressing down. Arms reaching away from each other. So feel strong here. Feel pretty much all of your muscles active. All of your muscles except your face. Soften your face. Big breath in. Exhale, sit down one more time. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your leg and reach your left arm up and back. So you're going to feel a nice big stretch. Your whole left side is lengthening. Notice where you feel it the most. So maybe somewhere in the lower leg. Maybe you notice around the hip, the ribs, the arm. So we'll all feel this different places. Just notice that expansion. Legs stay like this. Bring the arms out like a T. Now reach towards the front of your mat. Reach, 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 reach. Keep the length in the torso. Just move your arms. So left arm down, right arm up. You have lots of space across the chest. You're reaching your right hand and your left hand far away from each other. Your inner thighs squeeze towards each other. Your torso is engaged. That's going to help you stay lifted. Calm, steady breath. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now bend your front knee. Reach your left arm up and back. Feeling all that openness. So a little bit different than reverse triangle. Your knee is bent this time. So you might feel it more from the hip to the finger rather than the leg. Sit low. Breathe here. One more big breath. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, frame your foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick it up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale through your nose. Seal your lips. Ujjayi. Let's take one more little mini break before we get into the flow. If you want to do child's pose, you can bring your forehead to the ground. You could sit in hero's pose. Have a little sip of water if you like. So that is our kind of peak wave, top of the mountain. That's basically the rest of our standing practice. So we're going to move through that with the breath, just one time on each side. And then we'll make our way down to the ground. So just coming back to whatever intention that you set for your practice. Just maybe sending a little gratitude for your body and its ability to be able to practice yoga. So it's such a gift to even be able to do this. And such a gift you've given yourself just to kind of bring this into your day. So a little gratitude for yourself. And then finding your way into downward facing dog. Take your time, no rush. We'll meet each other there. And then let's just unite with the breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale through your nose. Seal your lips, Ujjayi. Alrighty, top of the mountain, here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, or inhale, chair pose. My bad, I'm sorry, sit low. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain, stand all the way up. Exhale, fold, hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, high plank pose, top push-up, shoulders over wrists. So your choice if you, or come to your knees. Inhale for exhale for cat. We'll meet each other in downward facing dog. Go high to the sky. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Put your right foot between your hands. Feel stable in your feet. High crescent lunge. Take your time. Rise with your breath. Take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, warrior two. Open up to the side. Yep. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your leg. Right arm up and back. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach towards the front of the room and then move your arms. Yes, nice, beautiful. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bend your front knee. Reach up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands. Inhale for three-legged dog. Kick it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, here we go. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Feel stable in the feet. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Take your time. Hold on to it. One more full breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, warrior two. Open up to the side. Exhale, get low. Stabilize. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your leg. Reach up and back. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach towards the front and then move your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend your knees. Stretch it back. And exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands. Just move with your breath. Inhale, three-legged. Kick it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, Ujjayi. And exhale, Ujjayi. Nice. Let's make our way down to the ground. Shift forward to high plank pose. You can lower your knees down or just come all the way down to your belly. We're going to practice just one more spine strengthening posture for today. So find your legs. You can either keep them hip width distance or zip them up like a cobra tail. And then interlace the hands behind the back. So all 10 fingers, knuckle to knuckle grip. You want to push back through your fists and lift your chest. So your arms kind of peel your chest up off the ground. So we're just going to add on from here. So this is layer one. You can stay right here. Sometimes it's nice to just keep your gaze on the ground, or you could look up. If you want to add on, maybe lifting your legs. If you feel any nervy sensation or anything painful when you lift the legs, just keep your legs on the ground. And then from here, whether your legs are on the ground or not, release the bind and stretch the arms out like you're an airplane. Now stay right here with the legs, however you have them, and then reach the arms forward. Palms facing towards each other, thumbs facing up. Stay up for one more big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down with control. Stack your hands and bring your forehead to your hands. Tuck your toes into the ground, lift up your thighs, and kind of work some more length into the legs. Toes towards each other, just allow your heels to fall out to the side. And then maybe giving your hips a little wiggle, loosening the low back. You might even be able to feel your breath, especially when you're kind of down on the mat in this way. Just noticing your heartbeat, all that energy you've created. Hands to the ground, under your shoulders. Press yourself back to child's pose. Knees come out wide. Forehead to the ground. Just allow your side waist to stretch. And then walking your hands back towards you. Take your time. Shift your weight to either hip and reach your legs out long in front of you. So coming into seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Let's find your hips. You can grab your hips and kind of move away. Lift your chest, and then fold your body forward. So if you're dealing with any back sensitivity like me, I recommend you keep your spine long. So chest lifted, chin parallel to the ground. You can kind of use your arms as kickstands and support yourself in your bones. If it's okay for you to round, go for it. You can just kind of allow your chin to drape down. But just remember, you're always doing your own practice. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Just listen to your body. Your body usually knows what it wants. So just allow it to get what it wants. Give it what it needs. See if you can soften the muscles layer by layer. So if your hamstrings are yelling at you, take a little bit of a bend in your knees. That can be helpful. You can also put some cushion or something underneath your knees for support. But do your best. Do this game of kind of softening layer by layer. So see if you can start at the top of your head and relax your eyebrows, and then your cheeks and your jaw. Notice if there's any little muscles in the throat or the shoulders that could let go. Notice if there's anything in the chest that you could release, and then just slowly sending that message of release all the way down. So you're just scanning your body for any little place that's holding on. And then it's the strangest thing. If you go to the back to the top of your head and start over, there's still more softening that can happen. So you're like melting layer by layer, just with your imagination, your awareness, just letting the muscles go. This posture held for time, it's more of a yin-like intention. So rather than trying to stretch the muscles, we're trying to lengthen the connective tissue that surrounds the muscles. Often we think that the muscles are tight, but the muscles are juicy and buoyant and they're stretchy. But the connective tissue that wraps around, it's a little more plastic than elastic. So when this tissue gets tight and brittle, it doesn't allow space for the muscles to move. So we're trying to kind of get into all the nooks and crannies. The muscles aren't the only thing on board here. We're sending the stretch down into the bones, to the ligaments and the joints. Let's just take 3 more rounds of breath. And see if there's any more letting go that can happen. One more full breath in. Smooth breath out. And then taking your time when you move out of the pose, so just walking your hands back one by one, allowing the tissues to rebound and to return. Just allow your hands to rest beside you, maybe on your lap. So much can happen when we're just holding still with intention for a time. Let's come all the way down to our back. So bending your knee, slide your seat forward and come all the way down. Plant your feet on the ground. Here's our last back bend for today, bridge pose. So bring your heels up close to your hips. You might even be able to feel your heels with your fingertips, palms facing down beside you. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. So make sure they're not like out to the side or too close to each other. You want parallel feet, hip-width distance, to keep your joints stacked. So from here, start to push through your heels and lift your hips. Slowly peeling one little vertebrae by vertebrae off the ground, and then bringing the weight to the tops of your shoulders. Now check out your knees. Feel if your knees are still parallel. So notice if they're splaying out or pointing in. So keeping your knees parallel to each other, and then allow your glutes to soften. You want to use your top of your thighs. So your quadriceps are doing the work. You're pushing down through your heels. And you can stay here or walk your arms underneath you, interlace all 10 fingers. You can push your fists down into the ground to lift your chest. Bringing your chest towards your chin, but then bring your chin away from your chest. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lowering down with control, take your time. Keep your feet on the ground. Just allow your spine to neutralize. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And gather your legs towards you. So little supine pigeon to finish things off. A little bit of a flex in your right foot to protect your knee. Notice if there's anything painful in the knee. If so, just keep your left foot on the ground. If you can grab for the back of your thigh or the top of your shin. Same thing when we started. So you're using the compression on the front side of the body to lengthen the spine. Tuck your chin a little bit. Shrug your shoulders down. Make sure you're not rolling to one side or the other. Then pulling your legs towards you, roll your hips down at the same time. Big stretch. Might feel intense in the hips. Make sure your face is relaxed. Your shoulders are soft. Nice. Release the legs. Give your knees a little squeeze and just switch it out. So crossing your left leg over this time. You can keep your right foot on the ground or gather your legs towards you. Any grip that feels good here. Remember your spine, so tuck your chin a little bit. Make sure your shoulders feel even. Pull your legs towards you and then roll your tailbone down. Yeah, good. Give it one more squeeze. Then release your grip. Gather both of your knees into your chest. So one more final squeeze. Just thank yourself for practicing. Thank your body for doing an amazing job. And exhale, final Shavasana. Legs go long. Arms rest beside you. So take your time. If there's anything that you need to do to make yourself more comfortable, you can get some water. You can grab a sweatshirt or a blanket. Sometimes it's nice to put a pillow underneath your knees. So if you want to do that, you can do that. You just want to get yourself in a place that you can be for a couple of minutes. And allow that practice to sink in. So it is also a supermoon, which means the moon is closer to us than usual. So that kind of magnetic energy may be felt here. So if you're feeling any kind of overwhelm or out of controlness, just kind of grounding down, channeling that energy for good. And just breathing. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. If you would like to stay in Shavasana, no problem. You may want to just leave the meeting and enjoy your rest. If you are ready to move, you can start to bring a little wiggle to your fingers and your toes. Rolling over to one side. And just rest for a moment. And then pressing your hands into the mat, coming up into a seat. So allow your sit bones to root down. And then hands come together at your chest, finding Anjali Mudra. Reminding ourselves of the balance that we're always trying to find in our practice. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your energy and your light. It is always an honor to guide you. Thank you for being here, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Happy full moon. Namaste.